Dragon Shield sleeves are only $7.99 on flipsidegaming.com right now. And if you use the promo code CGB at checkout, you will save 10% and support the channel at the same time. So remember to use the promo code CGB. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we're taking a look at Jeff Hoagland's Temur Climb deck, which placed second in the Twitch Rivals tournament. Jeff is also a Magic streamer and one of the more popular Magic streamers with one of the most viewed MTG streams on Twitch, and often playing unique decks. He's been a regular on the Star City circuit. I've mainly known him for his modern work. He has many great finishes. Like a very long and accomplished list of Magic tournament victories. It's interesting because I want to consider him a professional Magic player. It certainly is his full-time work, the streaming and the competing. So I think that makes sense. And you don't often see him at the Mythic Championships and things of that nature, but he likes to dominate Star City and dominate Twitch pretty well. And he certainly did well here in Twitch Rivals with his take on the Hadana's Climb deck. So getting second with another Explore package deck, but it has a little more gravy than that. It's got the Hydroid Crassus thing, of course, and 4 incubations. But it also has these 2 Ravager Worms and these 2 Collision Colossus for a little bit of a red splash. He also has a sideboard, and in the sideboard he has some other red cards that I haven't bothered importing because I'm playing best of 1 today. There are 3 Lava Coils in the sideboard to add some cheap, affordable removal to the deck, which makes sense. Another card from the sideboard that I really, really want to squeeze into the main deck is Vivian Reed. I really think this card should be somewhere in the main deck, but I can't figure out what to cut for it. I wanted to trim Incubation. That didn't seem right, took away consistency. I wanted to trim Ravager Worm, but I think the Ravager Worm, quite honestly, is one of the cool things about the deck. So at least for the video, I'm certainly going to leave the Ravager Worm in. It's something you don't see absolutely everywhere. So we want to showcase the uniqueness. All right, I think I've said about enough, but this is the deck I'm going to go play some best of 1 games with. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's go try it out. This hand is unbelievably slow. I might be able to do something like incubate into a Growth Chamber Guardian. Let's see what happens. I'm kind of interested in testing Ravager Worm. I have a hard time mulliganing these hands when I'm on camera. I guess I didn't have to pay life for that, did I? I should probably take the more powerful card in Jade Light Ranger, although the Branchwalker can smooth the draw, but we have so many 2-drops in the deck, I'm going to hope that I top deck one. Sorry, a little bit of tilt in my system, I think. Gotta work it out. Gotta work it out. Hydroid Crassus off the top. Very, very expensive, but very, very rewarding. All right, 2 mountains, no thingies. I could hang on to my Ranger, but the opponent knows about it. Still, if they do nothing indefinitely, that's fine too. Like, if they're just holding a shock for this, but whatever, let them have it. Let them have it. I still hopefully get some land out of the deal. And it's not that hard for them to hold up 1 mana as long as they need to. Sure, this could be fun. Alright, my opponent really likes holding up mana, and they seem to have a lot of burn spells. I'm going to play the Climb now. That way, if they ever take the shields down, I can untap and put a creature out and put a counter on it right away. And with this Growth Chamber Guardian, it means I can go get a creature right away, which could be really fun. Plus, I can put this out, target it with the Climb. If the opponent responds with a Bolt or something, I can grow the Growth Chamber Guardian. And our opponent finally has a creature. The real games begin. All right, land, Growth Chamber Guardian. So this puts a pretty tight squeeze on the opponent. They have to have 2 shocks, I think. I can always adapt it in response. So the opponent sees that. And now They kill it. Because now adapting it doesn't happen. Like, I can't put the counters on it once it has a counter, but I still have another Guardian, which is sort of what I really wanted. Just more Guardians. Eat up these lightning bolts. But the opponent could have just waited to do that on their turn, and then, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. The counter goes on the Steamkin anyway. That was a pretty silly idea. But this Ravager Worm is going to be needed. Yeah, no blocks. Whirly boy. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't look like the opponent has another lightning strike of any kind, so let's go for 2 life because we want to get that thing dead. +1/+1 counter, make it huge. Fight off that Steamkin. Rawr. Nom. Counter over here. Go get another Guardian. Yep. Taken over, my friends. Taking over. Second whirly boy. Sure. Third whirly boy. Totally. Still can't attack. I'm still at 20, so I need to set up like the one-shot kill potentially, but I might be able to do that. Let's play you. +1/+1 counter. Nom. Counter over here, and now everything can block a Chain Whirler. Nah, just let's build the biggest worm so we can build. That's what we'll do. Attack me. Come at me. All right, Frenzy's a good card. Frenzy is a very good card. And here comes the burn. Remember, light up the stage gets around the claws on Frenzy. So this stage is freaking lit, yo. All right. Does the opponent die? Let's go to 7. Then I can make it 14. Yeah, not quite dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go here. Let's target here. Flip this. Send in big nugs. One big hit here sets up for a lethal for next turn. And then we play a Hydroid Crassus for 7. Sure. Do you know how trample is? Oh, it doesn't trample? See if I know anything. Ha! Oh, man. I learn things sometimes. It's fun. We can do it together, you and me. It just seems like it should. It's so big, it should gain trample. It should just be part of the game. There, Crassus in the house. Tell me your frenzy is over. Aw. Shock to the face. The kindling birdie. 6 life. Lava wanna. Come at us, bro. We're ready. Oh. Alright, so we go like this. Hiya. Then we play this. And we go to combat and do this. And we keep this one. But I can exile the Phoenix. I think I did this whole thing poorly. And it's just dawning on me. All right. All right. Let's go for it. Maybe we can still pull this off. I think we're dead to the frenzy, but our opponent could fizzle. If I had it again, I guess I don't have an Explorer creature with this Walker. I guess I'd just play another Crassus if I got to do it again. If I got to live the life again. I thought I could double climb there, but I was a mana short, as you can see now. Second Frenzy, we like that. Sacking a Frenzy, but you still have another one. That's not the play. I was going for the super incredible double climb, which would have been 30 damage, but I was 1 mana short of doing it. All right, make a frog out of you. Hiya, frog. All right, opponent's being a sport. Cool, good game. And we got that despite my bumbling, despite my lack of skills. Sometimes I don't do everything right. It's okay. It is a game after all. Elf Branchy Climb Crassus. Sounds fun. Let's party. I'm ready. I'm ready. So ready right now. Let me do my thing. Do the dance of the card that's waiting. Do, do, boom, 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 boom. Maybe figure out how I can moonwalk. Do, 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 boom, 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 boom. Copyright. Gotta stop now. Can't be king of poppin' all over this. Do people play any other decks? Okay. Well, let's play this breeding pool for 2 life and get the climb going. The sooner I'm climbing, the sooner I get away. So please don't be mono red. I've only played mono red today. I'd like to play something different. Well, mountain into lightning bolt seems suspicious, but that's why we put the counter on the elf as soon as possible. You lighten the stage, homie. Chain Whirler, critical skewer, critical hit. Land, Jade Light. Let's see if we can get 2 counters on this so we can flip climb right away. Library. Counter, flip it. And no attacks, and we play the other Branchy. Opponent is impressed with my skills. They should be. They should be so impressed. Your Chain Whirler has nothing. Nothing, I tell you. YOLO, huh? So I think the opponent just wants to play the Chain Whirler. But here's the thing, if I let them have Spectacle, they get a Skewer. Alright. But then they don't have a Chain Whirler. It's one or the other, right? Because they cast this last turn, that was turn 2, so it's one or the other. What do I want them to have? I think if I just block here, they might skewer the Jade Light Ranger, but then I make another one. And we'll see. Run amok. Not what I expected. But they lose both cards that they exiled. +3/+3. So light up the stage was literally throw this in the graveyard, do nothing, is what that was. And run amok is +3/+3 and trample. I think you might have been better off saving the run amok and skewering the Ranger if that was your play. Or using it with a Chain Whirler in the future, but whatever. Can't play the games for them, my friends. Collision Colossus. Well, we won't get something to use that side on, but the big old trample boost is really good with climb. I just don't have the mana for it. I'm actually going to graveyard it. Don't think this is the spot. Let's beat down, shall we? I'm ready for my... Crassus is ready for Crassus time. Hydra Beast Jelly time. Hydra Beast Jelly time. Hydra Beast Jelly. Hydra Beast Jelly. That's what we're going to do. Runaway Steamkin. Get to Lava Runner. Now the Lava Runner can attack if it wishes to trade. I would trade resources at this point pretty happily. Like, I'd be excited to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play a 5 power Crassus. Against some decks, I don't add the 5th power. I keep to the even numbers so that I'm always drawing cards and gaining life for that. But against red, I always add the extra power toughness. Sizing definitely matters against the red deck and what removal spells they can use. Should I stay aggressive? I have the climb. It makes Crassus lethal next turn if I do put my opponent to 10. So let's charge. There is thinking. There is blocking. There is an opponent at 12. Winged Temple can make Crassus a 10-10 Flample next turn. So, the opponent needs at least to remove one of these or be able to block another one of these just to survive. Attacking. All right. I'm with it. No blocks. Do your thing. Do your thing. Chain Whirler. If that's all you got, you're dead. Hiya. Hiya. Good game? Yep. Oh, opponent's being a sport. Good game to you too. Red Mage. I have thwarted yet another one. All right, I'm going to lead with Elf. I'm going to have a Jade Light Ranger. Crassus is going to be amazing. This hand will be fun. What the hell is this? I didn't know players had access to lands that weren't mountains. Snarkasm. So, you're probably not going to see all of them because I do try to get a little variety into my videos. Believe it or not, I actually do. But I've played 4 straight red decks so far today in my efforts to record a video for you, and it's wearing me down. The hatred is really starting to flow through me. You don't know the power of the dark side. Let's go for 2 life. Let's go climbing. Opponent with a tap land there in Watery Grave. Let's get in for some damage and hope the Jade Light Ranger lives. The climb may get mortified. I'm a bit worried about that. 3 mana, and it is absorb mana, but we're mortifying the Ranger. Okay. I mean, it's just another creature, but I guess the opponent's worried about taking the damage, which implies that they don't quite have a sweeper. I could play Crassus here and flip the climb. Is that what I want? Just to have it flipped so that it's not exposed to a Mortify? That's a pretty big decision. With all this land too, I do feel like I could also hold off for a bigger, better Crassus. I definitely, though, have to make sure that there's pressure on the battlefield for when Teferi comes around. But I think I should wait one more turn for the Crassus. The cards really do matter. I also don't know what I'm doing with Collision Colossus other than trying to get some damage through, so maybe that's my turn. It's a pretty tough call. I don't think my opponent's going to be a Lyra deck. I think they're just going to be a Teferi deck. I could be wrong about that, but we'll find out one way or another. So I'll take the shot while the shields were completely down. We drew another one. It does feel like I go for Crassus here, it gets countered, but at least I draw 2 cards. So let's try that. All right, Growth Chamber Guardian can be a good one. So the opponent must be planning to remove the Crassus. I think that means I should target the elf with the climb. They may also just rat the board, but if they do, then they wasted their turn. Unless they're Chemister. Yeah, that's a good one too. Chemister's Insight. They do need another white source to rat the board. There it is. So they go to 7. Jade Light Ranger, Wild Growth Walker combo. We could also get our Growth Chamber Guardian on, which is probably pretty good. But having 2 creatures is better than 1 against Mortify, Vraska's Contempt, things of that nature. So let's go with this. Do I want another Explorer creature in the spot? I suppose so. Exploring's better than just, I think, a random draw off the top. We'll play... Well, we can also play out the Guardian, but then if it gets blown up, life is sad. So I'll play you tapped. And let's... Do we flip this? I think we flip... We can get one more counter out of it. So, yeah. Let's try to get one more counter out of it. We also take this out of Moment of Craving range, which could be important. From now on, we really want 2 threats on the field whenever we can, just because of Teferi. It is quite the squeeze when our opponent can also wrath the board. So you want to have 2 threats out. Okay, Bellhaunt. Our opponent does have creatures. I'll discard this land. Don't think I need it. Is that lethal now? They're at 10. Well, the climb can flip. That's lethal. So let's go for that. I'll play this first. Not sure what the opponent could have here. We'll go library there. Target here. And then we attack with... Then we make this a 10 and we fly over the top, and that's lethal. I was just thinking about like fungal infection. You know, what could the opponent have, but it's really not there. On the draw, we have Wild Growth Walker and a Branchy and a Growth Chamber Guardian. So we're just putting a bunch of junk on the battlefield and hoping to draw some land to make our Crassus good. And I think we try that. I think against red it will be very hard. I think against Esper it will be very hard. Godless Shrine into Drowned Catacomb. The opponent forgot the Thought Erasure, though. Misplay. And here's Wild Growth Walker. So what does the opponent have now? Weird. Their hand must be pretty medium. Just ringing that bell. All right, let's try this. We can graveyard that. Pretty weak draw at this stage. Bang. Let's get a Breeding Pool in tapped. Four mana. Are you going to blow up the board for Teferi? No. Not yet. One's going to take their time on that little operation. Let's try for a Jade Light Ranger. This might get absorbed. The opponent might be thinking Chemister's Insight, then blow up your board next turn. We'll graveyard that because I don't think it will be very relevant in this game. And especially when they see it, they know the +4 is coming. Hiya! So the opponent knows about this harbor, but I'm going to play the Stomping Ground tapped. It's just 2 less damage I have to take. Not that damage is likely to be very relevant here. Yep. Do nothing till turn 4 Chemister's Insight. The Control Mage is in heaven. Baby, you're all that I want when you're lying here in my arms. So, let's get our Growth Chamber value train going. Do it now before the opponent can untap in Moment of Craving or something obnoxious. Don't Teferi minus me. Don't do it. It's 29-11. I'm winning by like 1 million. I'm so good. Nah, this is not good, just to be clear.
Right on schedule.
There it is.
Time's much more malleable.
All right, so now the opponent gets to untap with their Happy Teferi. I don't want to redraw my Guardian, so I'm going to go fetch it again. Just fetch it right out of the deck and get a fresh shuffle so I can put new stuff on top. And now the opponent starts Teferiing me into oblivion.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
It's gonna be no fun, to be clear. I have a Bellhaunt, okay. Everybody's on this new Bellhaunt thing. I guess I can discard this forest. Okay. How are we doing on graveyard? Just 2. Not a big deal. I don't have a way to move you out of the way. So let's go threaten your boy. There's a block. So I expect some kind of an absorb or shenanigans like that. Would they absorb a Growth Chamber Guardian? Because I could Crassus. And if I Crassus, I draw me some cards. But I draw more cards if I Crassus next turn. But every turn that goes by, I'm just falling further behind. Let's go for this. Actually, I guess I may as well overpay. I don't usually go into the odd numbers, but sizing could matter. And it's not like I'm losing something by giving up some life. If I have to play the Steam Vents untapped in the future. Well, are you letting that resolve? That would mean a Kai's Wrath probably, but it is absorb. I'm at 31. You should give up now. You should just concede. I've got so much life.
We need to move quickly.
Flood out, you monster. Draw land only. Fail at your one job, protecting Teferi. Just let him die. Let him perish in fire. Okay. Kai's Wrath, your one thing. Cool. Let's see about this. Alright, let's do it. Take that hot action. Go get that Growth Chamber Guardian. We could try an incubation and play like an Explore creature instead of the Growth Chamber Guardian just to not expose it. So let's try that. And, well, I really like this Zagana. Pretty strong. Let's pay the 2 life. Have another creature. Make the opponent find more Kai's Wrathies. 6 cards. It's getting ugly.
Keep up the pace.
Also, Ravager Worm would have been really clutch. I probably should have just searched for that first with Incubation, because that could have hasty taken out Teferi. Alright. You're no fun. I get it. I get that you are really lame. It's the Crassus, right? I don't think you want me to draw a bajillion, right? Interesting. You must have another. No? Now I'm confuzzled. Alright. I'm going to try to go get my last Guardian. Let's see how the opponent reacts. If they have a moment craving, they might go for it, but Collision Colossus can save it. Bubble, bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Do, 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 do. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Do, bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, bubble, bubble. I think they know that I'm listening to this bubble. And they're torturing me with it. Being like, yes, you will listen to that bubble. You caused this. You started this. Hit me. Hey. Yeah, die. For the love of God, die. Cool.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Alright, tap land go. Now the Azcanta flips, and life gets sad if I don't resolve a Ravager Worm. Lots of land. Maybe they did flood. Can they find another Thought Erasure is the other thing, right? Insight. Hooking themselves up. Is it time for another Teferi yet? That's nice. Told you that would happen. Arg. I guess having those in the hand is a bit of an, how would you say? It's an issue. It's a liability? Is that the word? All right. I'm coming to beat you up. Coming to beat you up a lot. I sense weakness. Boo, but now they don't get a card with their Azcanta. So what is there? It's like 28 cards here. The opponent didn't wrath the board, so they don't have one. I'm just gonna move on them. I'm gonna go after them. It's like super hard. And we'll see what they got. Make them find the wrath this turn. Show us why you are the greatest at Magic. Okay. We have to be careful on our growth chamber timing now. Teferi's here. Teferi's here!
Let's slow this down.
Teferi's here and he's in effect, working up a sweat. Alright. We have to be careful about the timing on our Growth Chamber Guardian. We can't activate it here on end step or the opponent will Moment of Crave in response. So we have to say go and draw. So do I use Incubation here? What could I get? If I get an Explore creature, it can grow this. So this is 12, 13. Our opponent's gonna go to 14 and reduce this to 11. So if I get a Jade Light Ranger, that's 12, 13 again. So I don't think I can kill my opponent. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 10, 11, and our opponent's going to 14. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do it unless I hit a Ravager Worm. Let's see what happens. Of course, none of this plays around Absorb. Okay, we got that. Let's go for that, I guess. Hit the opponent as hard as we can. All right, they're gonna go Absorb here. That works too. How do we want to do it? Now it feels like Teferi must die, right? So we can go like this, and then Moment of Craving can't save Teferi. And this and this. Or we can go this over here, this, and then this, and now Moment of Craving can't save Teferi, and this. Something like this. But we give our opponent another turn to wrath us, which is really bad. There's the Craves. There's the activation in response. Take that action and find nothing, but we have some top decks. Climb. Well, if the opponent wraths the board, we have basically nothing but the Ravager Worms. And there is another Crassus, 2 Crassus, in fact. So there are some things.
That didn't go according to plan.
All right. Esports. Can our opponent wrath us? Can they do it? Who's the champion? Who's the champion? Okay. All right. Another 3-mana removal spell. I'm not quite dead. I'm getting better. Let's throw some haste on this and destroy that Azcanta. Don't absorb me, bro. Don't absorb me again. Yes. Yes. Boom shakalaka. All right. See if you can survive. Can you survive this? You can, of course. I mean, it is lethal through a Mortify, but there must be something else. Worm down. Oh, are we chemisters? We're inciting. We need a Moment of Craving or a cast down. Do we have it? No, not like this. Oh, now they're trying to draw the Kai's Wrath. Can they do it? Are you not a digital athlete? Teferi. Hero of desperation. You are a digital athlete. Let's give him a nice. You are a freaking champion. Here's my Llanowar.
Let's skip to the good part.
The greatest and best over here. Greatest and best in the world. All right, going in for the beats. Branchies. Find me the gas. Boo.
Hold that thought.
No! My creatures! Alright, come on, Ravager Worm. Can still do this. How many absorbs? 3 absorbs spent. 1 more in like 15 cards. I think I have to graveyard that. Even though it does... The creature's lethal by itself. The climb doesn't do it. I need to have an active creature for it to be any good.
Keep up the pace.
Oh yeah. I'm trying over here, but you're making it really hard. 7, 8, 14, 15, 16. There might still be a lot of land in my opponent's deck. All right, come on, Branchy. Do God's work. How many Teferis have died? 2? All right, then my opponent can probably still avoid decking. They have 13 cards to go. They're in good shape. All right. Hiya! You monster! How dare you! I could try to hit that Ravager Worm, but now my opponent's at 5. And they're exiling everything. So I don't think I can win with damage anymore. But I guess it's better than a random draw.
We need to move quickly.
The greed! It's a greed machine. Ugh! Come on, Ravager Worm. They must have the absorb or they wouldn't make this play, right? Punish this man. Alrighty. Well, that was disappointing. Grave Library, because it's like our only shot in hell. No attacks. Well, yeah, 10 cards left.
Don't do this lightly.
You don't? You don't say. Let's see the counter spell of sadness. Haste. Fight. Dead. Kill you. Grrr. Oh, look, the slow roll. The brutal slow roll. 9 cards. Yeah, that's still enough to get this high enough so it can start looping. So I'm gonna cut out of the game. It was a good game, so we'll keep it. So I'm gonna say good game and concede. There's nothing else in my deck that can do anything. But yeah, nice digital moves from the opponent. Nice. What a What a warrior. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Temur Climb deck. I find it sort of in a weird metagame spot where I don't know if any matchups are great, but all are possible. Maybe I'm not good at it. I don't play well in the Sultai or Esper games. It doesn't feel like the deck has the same kind of grindiness that Find Finality adds to Sultai and that Teferi adds to Esper. So trying to fix that, I think you could try some Vivian Reeds in the deck, in the main deck. They're in the sideboard, but for best of one, I would want to play some in the main. And yeah, cast your Crass Eye the first good opportunity you get. Thought Seize is a problem. Thought Erasure, my bad. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video, and please like and subscribe. Mana necklaces have arrived at hauntedflower.com. These necklaces are a great way to show your favorite MTG colors. Remember to use the promo code CGB at checkout to save 10%. That is promo code CGB on hauntedflower.com.